rough drafts time. We are checking out our new March of the Machines limited format, and let's see what we get. So our legend is Inga Runais, not something we're super excited for first pick. Glistening Dawn, I bet, is actually very good in limited. Without support, I think it's a little slow for constructed, but this can go in green-black, it can go in green-white, it can go in Simic, so I think that might be our pick. There's just a lot of power on the battlefield. Invasion of Kaldheim. Is there anything else of note here? I mean, I'm pretty sure we just take this and go towards some sort of incubate deck. Yeah, let's try the rare. Let's take Glistening Dawn, see what happens. So change the equation, sort of meh. So we're looking green, black, green, white, green, blue, Invasion of Magranda. This is a card that I think is, these uncommon battles seem very bad for constructed, but I bet they're pretty good in limited. Like 5 mana, +1/+1 counter and fight seems reasonable. Also, don't sleep on the land cyclers. Traditionally, land cyclers are pretty decent. It's a finisher that in the early game, you can turn into a land if you need it to. So failed conversion seems like decent removal, but yeah, we might as well just take the battle, Invasion of Magranda. I mean, the longer we stay without going into a second color, the better, I think. Backup 1, this creature, so it's a 4 mana 3/3, but it can be a 4 mana 4/4, or you can back up something else. No one's killing that. Is this worth it? 2 mana 1/1, ramps. If we end up trying to flip incubates, having a lot of mana is decent. You know what, let's try it. New plan! I mean, we have to do it, right? We have to just see if Yargle and Mutani can work in limited. I mean, we're taking it. All right, green, black it is. 2/1, Death Touch, back up. Green transforms into a 7/5. Boy, that's a big one. So we actually would like to find the red fling thing. That would be the best if we could pull off the fling combo. Enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control, becomes indestructible. Like a indestructible pump spell that's also an equipment. That might not be the worst. We're not getting much as far as like the incubate synergy so far. Stoke the Flames is very good, but I don't know if we want to take a double red card. I actually want to see if we can make Yargle and Mutani work. When it dies, drain for 2. This thing seems fine. Just 3 mana 3/2. A little bit of life. It's not exciting, but it's fine. Maybe we just take the Death Toucher. Yeah, let's take the Death Toucher backup thing. Oh god, Luris. Luris of the Dream Den. I heard, so this is, I'm recording this during early access day. I have heard, and I don't know if it's true, that there's a bug that the AI does not take any of the legends. When it ETBs, drain for 2, choose target battle, remove 3 counters from it, or put 3 counters on it. Phyrexian Awakening, can we be 3 color? Can we be Abzan? Is that a bad idea? I mean, Luris is probably the pick, honestly. Even just in the main deck. We're not going to meet the companion restriction, but even just in the main deck, Luris is very good. Yeah, let's take the Luris. Why not? When it dies, incubate. Fin the Fangbearer. Can we be a Fin deck? I mean, Fin's fine. Yeah, let's take it. Another Luris? Okay, maybe limited is actually, wow, they really don't pick anything. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll take the 8/8. Oh yeah, this is actually very awkward. To the point where maybe it's not even worth drafting because, yeah, that's Vadrick is coming around last pick. Yeah, that's like, that, oh, Inzada. They gotta fix this bug, right? There's no way. Oh, wait, we must have taken a Luris out. I was gonna say, wait, there's actually a legend missing. They must be legends that we took. Temerat is our legend. Invasion of Arcavios. Not good for our deck. This is actually a pretty bad pack for our deck. Kenris Spellslinger is very good for prowess. Kami of Whispered Hopes. Sandstalker Mulak. When ATBs, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can reveal a land or double face card from among them. Put that card in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So we can grab a double face card. Sandstalker Mulak's not bad. If your opponent has a blue or black spell, ETBs, grab a permanent from your top 4. So it's actually a pretty mediocre pack for us. No real removal. Could take this Mana Dork. We don't really have synergies. We don't have a way to put counters on it. You know what? We're going to take it. Let's take the Mana Dork. Do we want to be a Yarion deck? So we'd have to be 60 cards? That doesn't seem impossible. You know what? Let's do it. Wait, maybe this is just bust. After a non-token creature you control dies, you can return to the battlefield face down under your controls of forest. This limited format's ridiculous with the AI not taking these legends. Oh my God, Yargle Tribal. Well, it'll come back, right? Because the AI is not going to take it. We should probably take some removal, honestly, like Invasion of Lorwyn. Okay, so since we have Yarion, okay, since we have Yarion, battles go way up in value because we can blink them. Okay, this is going to be absurd. Okay, maybe this is going to be the craziest draft of all time. So we need removal and to stay alive in fixing. Those are the things we need the most. But there's a lot of red cards in this pack. Yeah, let's take Ichor Drinker. Cheap stuff also has some value because of the 2 Lurises that we have somehow. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Transforms into a big trampler. And none of this stuff is great for us. Well, we're going to take this Mirrored and Avenge, even though it's not good removal. Double Strike. Creatures you control with first strike have double strike. I like Sunder the Gateway. Our fixing's not very good, though. Mill 2 cards, and you put a permanent card from among the mill cards into your hand, you gain 2 life. Actually, that's probably fine, isn't it? Our deck is like all permanents. Yeah, well, we'll try it. It is cheap. It fills our graveyard for Luris. Ooh, here we go. More of these, please. The Land Cycler would be good, but I think Blighted Burgeoning is exactly what we're looking for in this deck. This is probably fine. The fact that you can just choose not, you can like peek at your opponents. Yes, it came back. Yargle Tribal, we're doing it. I think we do want to try to stick to 3 colors, though. 3 colors. 3 colors, 60 cards. Rada is the legend. Well, we probably just have to take Merciless Repurposing. It is expensive, but it does fit what our deck's trying to do. We don't have any fixing. ETBs blink something. Yeah, wrong colors. Yeah, let's take Repurposing. What do we get out of this pack? Invasion of Capenna. Sack an artifact or creature to exile. That's probably not bad. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter. That's reasonable. Well, let's take Invasion of Capenna. It does work well with Yarion. Can we get some fixing, Magic Gods? Do we need Vanquish the Weak? It is a removal spell, technically. Although Dina does work with the Lurises. You know what? Let's take Dina. No fixing, but we get another Merciless. I wonder how good Merciless Repurposing is. It does have potential to be a 2-for-1. How's our 2-drops looking? Could use more, probably. We could always use more 2-drops. We're getting to the point where we're not even going to play everything that we have. We really want another one of those enchantments that fix our mana. Well, let's take the Surveil 2-drop. Hey, there it is. There it is. All right, double Blighted Burgeoning. That is exactly the card we were hoping for. Can we get one more somehow? Well, you know what? I think wow, this deck is ridiculous. I don't know if we're going to be able to cast any of our spells, but God, the power level is literally off the charts here. Search for a basic land, puts it on the battlefield tapped. We might actually have to take that, even though it's super slow. Huh, no more fixing. I don't know what we take here. I guess just the 2-drop. Sculpted Perfection, Sunder the Gateway, Seed of Hope. These Seeds of Hope might actually be important. Well, take the Companion, take the second Fin, land to the bottom. This is going to be absurd. In part thanks to the bug, we want to have Yarion be our companion, which means we're basically building a constructed deck. So we need 24 lands. We need a little white, a bunch of black, and a bunch of green. I don't know if we can cast anything. 24, actually, maybe we should play even more lands. But we do get a Yarion as our, you know what, let's play 25 lands. 25 lands and cut whatever our worst card is, which, maybe we need 1 island. Yeah, all right, let's play 1 island. We probably want 1 island for Atraxa. Wow, this deck is absurd. I have no idea if it's gonna work, but it is absurd. You know what, go down this removal spell, boom. Need some March of the Machines cards? Well, you can snag them from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. Again, this is early access day, which might mean they fix this bug. If they don't fix this bug before the set goes live on Tuesday or whenever the quick drafts go live, this seems like a good way to snag those multiverse legends at a discount. If the AI just refuses to pick them, you can just go and like snag whatever you want, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. 5-color Yarion pile in limited. Yeah, we'll try it. Opponent, Island. Omen Hawka. We could use some actual lands here. Opponent gets in, hits us. Oh, play a land. Make a 2/2. Opponent. So the weird part about this draft that we're gonna have to keep in mind, our opponent also is probably drafting all the legends. Aerialist seems so good in limited. I would not be surprised if this is one of the best limited cards. So this is getting in and just drawing our opponent a card each turn? Oh, when it transforms. Okay, that's not quite as good as I was thinking. Well, play the land, grab Yarion, pass the turn. We drew our one island, but none of our many swamps. Wow, opponent just lets it go. Interesting. Ichor Shade. Ah, they wanted to counter, I see. Well, oh, we're passing. This is looking a little bad since we haven't been able to really cast anything. The slowest hand in the world. Opponent takes our Yarion. No blocks, down to 10. We draw an 8-drop. Oh yeah, this one's looking like it's over. Etched Familiar. Well, I guess there's an argument to not playing, we draw it, but it's too late. It's too, well, I mean, we're gonna play Atraxa. If Atraxa doesn't die, we're okay, but I expect it's gonna die. Yeah, not drawing black mana was tough. I mean, if you can't kill Atraxa, then we can make a comeback thanks to lifelink. Well, block and block. Oh, okay, okay. Sure, down to 4. Oh, they're playing that. Ah, okay. Sure. Well, land, Invasion of Lorwyn. Get rid of that shade. Pass the turn. Fiarsha. Do we mill for a land? A black source would be great. Then we can Invasion New Capenna. This, you know what? We're gonna go for it. Seed of Hope. Plains. Play the land. Play Ichor Drinker. All right, that's not exactly what we were hoping for. Opponent untaps. Tygum. Opponent hits us to 4. Invasion of New Capenna. Sack Ichor Drinker. Kill the flyer. Opponent to 1. Well, Ichor Drinker. Eudora. Oh, hold. Opponent. All right, kills our thing. Transforms their incubate. I mean, we're staying alive so far. Okay, Sunder the Gateway. Oh, non-token. That's awkward. Yeah, I mean, I guess if our opponent has interaction, we're dead. Pass the turn. Run out the 8/8. We are dead to anything. We have kind of managed to stabilize Rona. Oh, opponent. Why you slow rolling, opponent? You have obvious lethal. Boo! I think we saw the downside of being a 5-color Yarion pile, which is it's possible that you just don't draw the right lands. And I think that's what we saw there. We just went a very long time. Like 60 cards is gonna add inconsistency. We got to play a lot of sweet cards though. Mana of all colors. This is fine because we actually have the Blighted Burgeoning, which we're on the draw, which is annoying, but that makes our mana wonderful, especially with this tracker to untap it. Opponent passing. Well, land and tracker. Forest for our opponent. Oh, do we just Cami? We probably Cami. Actually, no, this is just better. All right, so Blighted Burgeoning the Plains. Incubate. Untap the Plains. Play a Finn. Pass the turn. If we can poison our opponent. Okay, if we can poison our opponent with Finn, we might be able to proliferate them with Atraxa. Yeah, opponent transforms into a 3/3. So if we attack, our opponent's just gonna block the Finn, right? I guess that's fine. It does have Death Touch. Yeah, let's get in with the Finn. See if our opponent trades. If they do, that's fine. We have multiple Luruses in our deck. All right, opponent does trade. So white-black. We can't actually cast Atraxa, can we? All right, white, black, green, play Cami. Untap the land. Grab Yarion. Play a Plains. Yeah, too many forests. Oh no, we actually could have played Atraxa. Yeah, this is fine. This is probably better anyway. Ooh, opponent's gonna do some brawling. And blows up our incubate. Run out Yarion. Blink the enchantment. No attacks. Put it on the swamp. incubate. And now we can start Atroxing to proliferate or incubate. These legends are dominating the format. Oh, I wonder, could this be intentional? Could Wizards have intentionally made it so these legends would show up on early conspiracy theory? Oh, that actually seems possible. Is it possible that that Wizards intentionally made it so the AI wouldn't pick legends, so that during early access day, people would be seeing lots of legends? That doesn't seem completely impossible. I guess turn this into a creature. Untap. Green, white. Play Atraxa. Untap the land. Traumatic Revelations. Do we care about Yordova, or would we rather make a 4/4? Well, I guess that's good enough. Oh, you gotta let me know, chat. You gotta let me know now. Do you think this was a mistake by Wizards to let the AI not take the multiverse legends? Or is it a marketing campaign by Wizards to make sure that the legends show up a lot during early access day? The format almost like feels a little cubey with these legends running around in every pack. It almost makes it feel like a cube draft. On to round number 3, and you know what? We got our Bladed Burgeoning, so we will keep. This seems like arguably the most important card in our entire deck. All right, Land Important Tracker. That's actually pretty nice. Doubly nice with our Bladed Burgeoning. Can flip this into a 3/3 that makes a 1/1. All right, no blocks. Play an island. We could run out the Cami first, but we might just need the defense. Yeah, I think we're just going to incubate the swamp and pass the turn. Opponent. Untap the swamp. I mean, this is fine. We can actually just Lurus and recast it if we want to, which we probably do. Land. Lurus. Replay the tracker, and we kind of just undid that removal spell essentially. Yes, Yargle. Well, play the land. I mean, we do need to avoid dying to Yargle. Yeah, let's do this. Exile the Yargle, sadly. Get in with Lurus to gain a bit of life. Hitch it down to 15 past the turn. And now we can try to flip our incubate. We're gonna try. Untap the incubate land, or untap the enchanted land. Flip the incubate. Block the Thallid. Ooh, kill the Thallid. Sure, you get a 1/1. Opponent plays a Shade, that is acceptable, and a Etch Familiar, also acceptable. But we have a handful of bombs. 1, 2, 3. Cami. Untap the land. Bonded Heartbeast. Pass the turn. What does this flip into? These Transform cards feel really good for limited. I really like the flexibility. They're like, this set's so good. The design of this set is just so good. So shout out to Wizards, I guess. 3. Snag Yarion. Untap the land. Yarion. Blink. Blink. No attacks. Reattach. Incubate. We can flip it. Yeah, let's just flip the incubate. Block with that. Block. Opponent gets a counter. Sure. Well, let's transform. Smack you around a bit. Big blocks to get rid of the plated Kiln Beast. Yeah, kill them all. Opponent drops to 11. Well, another Bladed Burgeoning. This deck is actually pretty sweet. Anything in the graveyard? No. All right, pass the turn. Well, your go, opponent. Opponent hasn't even seen the Atraxa yet either. Well, all right, untap a land, and opponent scoops it up. This deck is wild. This is one of this might be the wildest non-cube limited deck I've ever built. Double Lures, and again, like part of this is because of the legends coming around so late because the AI is not valuing them or picking them. But Yarion, double Lures, so many synergies. I mean, so the downside of the deck, which we've seen, is when things go wrong, they go really wrong. Mana Screw, not like our first match was an example of that. Our first match was an example of how when things go wrong with this deck, we just do literally nothing. So that is a thing that can actually happen. Going to 6. Well, we really just need to draw land. Okay, well, Finn the Fangbearer is something we can cast. Although the real payoff is getting to this Blighted Burgeoning to fix our manas. Opponent. All right, opponent. Okay, land. Land off the top, please. Well, that's super bad. Finya. Go. Oh, I think I jinxed us. I think I jinxed us by talking about how things can go badly if we don't hit lands. Blighted Burgeoning. Please don't counter this. We really need this land. Okay. So we're getting some mana. At least now we have mana to cast our spells on occasion. Opponent getting poisoned. We could still use more lands. We would still accept more lands. All right, opponent flips their transform. Opponent has a ton of mana. It would be funny if we could draw a Troxa and poison them out. All right, Yadaru goes attacking. Well, that's not a land. This mana screw is becoming a problem. Well, Traumatic Revelation. Yeah, let's take the flyer. Opponent. Lands for the land god, please. If we can only get down our Yargle and get in one attack. There's the hard beast. I don't know if our opponent can really attack though, can they? No. All right, so let's transform. All right, land. Land. All right, we do draw land, so play the land. Opponent has hexproof. They can flip this thing. Yeah, let's Kenrith. Kenrith seems pretty good here. We will pass the turn. Just the life gain. Just the life gain seems pretty relevant. So if our opponent's creatures die, they come back as face down forests. I mean, we will double block. Ooh. Well, if our opponent attacks like this, then I think we just block Yadaru. So we drop to 10. Opponent passes. We draw land. We play the land. Play an Ichor Drinker. Can we get in with Kenrith? You know what? We better not yet. Like, this Kenrith is going to take over the game. This Kenrith is going to win the game if it doesn't die. All right, opponent Invasion of Kildheim. Gonna tap the Ichor Drinker. Sure. I don't think this is going to work for our opponent, though, because we can reanimate with Kenrith. Reanimate Finn? I mean, this is huge. Block. Get rid of the 7/5. And we still have a Kenrith. Finn's been great. Opponent, GG to you. Everyone else got all the legends as well. Like, it's not like we're the only one that they got to draft a ton of legends. We were just the only one crazy enough to go all in on it, apparently. You know what? We got the Cammy. We should be fine. The Cammy's good. No one has ever beat a Copper Host Crusher. I don't know if we can get it on the battlefield, but if we do, look out. Opponent playing. Wow, opponent might also be going deep. Oh, but they get the ramp. Boo. Well, all right, play Cammy. I wish we had gotten like 4 of these. We would have played so many Bladed Burgeonings in this deck. It's like the best card. I mean, we have a lot of powerful finishers, but outside of our like bombs, it is the card that makes the deck kind of work sometimes, occasionally. When it does work, there's usually a Bladed Burgeoning on the battlefield. Opponent Invasion. Ooh, Invasion is on the card. We could have used one of those too. Well, I mean, we get to play a 4/5. That's something. Kind of wish we were drawing other colors of mana, but all right. Bonded Hard Beast. Herd Beast. Etched Doombringer. All right, so that can flip the Invasion of Zendikar, get a 4/4. I mean, if they kill the Herd Beast, we're kind of sad. Then we're getting like kind of smacked. And, oh boy, all right. Removal. Not looking good. Well, okay. Make a 3/3. Grab Yarion. Copper Host Crusher is so much mana. I mean, the big difference is our opponent got the ramp and we didn't. Opponent had multiple ramp spells this game. Discard a swamp. I mean, opponent's down to 1 card in hand. Okay, gonna flip into a 2/2 flyer. We're gonna let that go. All right, Skittering Surveyor. Our opponent's out of cards. We still have a chance. It's not completely over. I mean, Eudora's actually a good start. Play Eudora. A 5/5's pretty big here. Play a land. Sunder. Make it 3/3. I mean, we are taking 4 a turn from Pickle Fairies, unfortunately. About it. Yeah, the Pickle Fairies that is an issue. And Chrome Host Seed Shark. What is this, 2 or less cards? That's another flyer too. Oh, we might be in trouble. We have not drawn any, well, I mean, yeah, we haven't drawn any of our good cards this game. Awkward game. Gets in with the flyers. Yeah, this Invasion of Eldraine. Sure, opponent, sure. Yeah, all right, GG. That's why you draw the ramp. We are on the play and we'll try this. So we have our bad ramp spell, but still it is a ramp spell. We got Finn to hold down the fort here for the moment. And Temerat. Oh, okay, so we just draw a swamp. That's also good. Well, play Ichor Drinker. And I think we want to get in 1 Finn attack to start the poisoning. Just because of Atraxa. Invasion of Dominaria. Gets in, hits it. Sure. Well, we draw planes. Well, let's Fertilid's Favor. Get a basic. Grow the Ichor Drinker. Grab a swamp. And then hit you with the Finn. We are an Infect deck now, apparently. All right. Kills the Ichor Drinker. Opponent's trying really hard to flip this invasion. They are putting a lot of effort into that. Well, play a planes. Blow up the Temerat. Play Sculpted Perfection. Hit you with Finn. Up to 6 point. Can we actually go all the way with Finn? Is it possible that we actually go all the way with Finn? That would be hilarious. Knight of the Coalition. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Well, play a planes. Grab Yarion. We can flip our incubates to block. Oh, Atraxa would be hilarious. When it dies, each player mills 2. You may exile it. If you do, put a creature or battle from a graveyard on top of your library. Sure. All right, 2 of them. Now let's flip an incubate. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Play a Burgeoning to make it incubate. Opponent. And. So I think we just kill the token, actually. Play Yarion. Incubate. I mean, so our opponent is going to get to flip the invasion. We can't actually stop it. So opponent kills the Yarion. That's also a little awkward. Well, maybe our opponent could just win with flyers. They're going to get a Sarah Angel if we can't draw a way to deal with a Sarah Angel. We are going to die to the janky flying beads. Battles seem very impactful for Limited. The battles that you would never play in Constructed actually become pretty sweet in Limited. And it's a lot of flyers. Play Luris. And then recast the Finn. What an interesting game this ended up being. We really desperately want to get this poison kill. Opponent. All right, has an answer to Luris. Goes to combat. Can we draw one of our bombs? Goes to combat, attacks. Oh, so opponent's just like straight up a flyers deck. Well, all right, turn on our incubates. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. We need a top deck. We need a top deck. It's a planes. A planes is not going to save us. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we're dying. Our opponent's plan of just playing every flyer is tried and true in Limited. I think we have literally 1 turn to draw something. The Sarah Angel has been very impactful. Opponent. Another random dork. and we draw land and scoop it up. That is an interesting format, I will say. Definitely interesting. I don't know if I hope Wizards fix the bug or not. So we definitely got to see, I mean, so we went 3-3. Meh, whatever. Considering that we're playing 60 cards and in quite the pile. Yeah, 3-3 is a fine record. The deck, I mean, I guess it's a Yarion deck. The upside of a Yarion deck is you get a Yarion. The downside of being a Yarion deck is you gotta play 60 cards, which means we didn't draw our best cards or our removal spells with any amount of consistency. We saw the deck do ridiculous things when it worked, but then we also got to see games where it just didn't do anything. I mean, the most disappointing part was we never got Yargles on the battlefield, but that is the super duper legend heavy, kind of ridiculous, probably pretty bug version of March of the Machines Limited. Our first take at draft, and I will say initial impressions, on one hand, you probably got to disregard some of this because the number of legends is just not realistic. On the other hand, battles felt really good. Whether or not battles make it in Impact, older formats or even standard, I think they're going to be awesome in Limited, and we got to see them play really, really well in Limited. Like, it adds a whole nother dimension to the game, so we'll see what happens in Constructed, but at least in Limited, I would not be surprised if this ends up being a super beloved format, in large part because battles add a really interesting twist to the game. So anyway, that is our Superbug March of the Machines legend heavy 5-color Yarion pile Atraxa Lurrus rough drafts. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.